Gold Squad TV, man. And this just came to mind. I remember when Milwaukee beat the daylights out the Celtics in the second round in 2019. How we felt it was just destined to be a 2019-20 season where you got to see the Celtics go against the Bucks in the conference finals. That was a matchup that NBA fans wanted a year ago. I still want that matchup. I want to see Tatum and Brown and Kemba and Smart go against Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez, and the rest of that Milwaukee squad. And see who's going to be the best team to win in the 7-game series. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to have that this year because, unfortunately, the Brooklyn Nets have decided to go and put the cheat code of not only having Kevin Durant back, but trading for Harden. And then, not that this, Blake Griffin's not going to make a much of a difference. Well, not every player wants to get traded there or end up getting bought out to go play there. I don't like that. I get it. You got to play the games. But I feel like with teams like Brooklyn, they kind of mess up the natural order of what it's supposed to be. I firmly don't I feel like this is going to be a very unnatural title. They win it. If Brooklyn were to somehow win the East and get past Philly, I feel like it would be really unnatural. As a matter of fact, I'm rooting for any team to beat them. And not just my squad, not just the Celtics, the Bucks, the Sixers. I'm rooting for those teams to beat Brooklyn because we need to get back to having a natural growth. Nobody wants to see the Brooklyn Nets in the finals. This is not an all-star game. At least real legit fans don't want, now, your casuals, okay, I'm sure they want to see Kevin Durant go against LeBron for the 1 billionth time in the finals. Okay. But let's be honest, man. I feel like the natural order of growth would have Milwaukee and Boston or Milwaukee and Philly in the conference finals had everything would have been stayed the way it was supposed to go. And I feel like with teams like Brooklyn, who a year ago was a losing squad because they didn't have KD, Kyrie only played half the season. They get to step over past everybody. I'm just not a fan of that. Usually I'd be killing LeBron for stuff like that, but honestly, LeBron's been in LA now 3 years. Not really killing the natural order of anything at this point in his career. He didn't enforce those trades to get Anthony Davis or anything like he did in Cleveland and Miami, but he let their GM do what they do, and people want to go play with him. I don't really get mad so much at LeBron as much anymore, especially now that he's at the end of his career. He seems to keep just winning. I know I'm gonna probably blow up the internet when I say this. And being a Celtics fan, I hate the Lakers. But the Lakers end up going against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna be rooting for the damn Lakers. I hate to say it. As a Celtics fan, I don't want the Lakers to ever pass us in the title ranks. However, there needs to be something said for natural order. I want teams to have rivalries. I feel like we lack rivalries these days because nobody stays in one, let's say nobody, but For some reason, KD just wants to keep jumping to team. And then he goes and invites his buddies. Like, I used to think LeBron was the one that really was the biggest, quote unquote, sucker when it came down to that. He's nowhere near the sucker that this dude is. I feel like KD be wanting to make all-star teams. You don't want to work for this shit. If he would have stayed in OKC, he would have probably one title. But I would have a lot more respect for him. I feel like this dude just rides waves. When that wave's over in Brooklyn, he probably gonna retire. Said he wants to retire by 35. I don't know. I'll just keep it at a beam. I miss it when teams had to go through teams to beat teams. And I feel like teams like Milwaukee and Boston and Philly always got to take a step back to teams that are just built on the fly, that haven't played with each other. They just have they put 5 or 6 superstars on one team, and it's like they got to sit there and just wait their turn. I just think that's crazy. There needs to be something done in the NBA about that, because there needs to be something said for the GMs that actually put the work in to actually draft players and do it the right way. You know what I mean? Everyone's complaining about, listen, I'm not bailing Danny Ainge out for some of the dumb shit he's done. But it is kind of hard when you feel like you have a team that's growing and then it gets stumped. It gets stunted. Same thing in Philly. You're growing a team, you're doing it naturally, then they get stunted because some team goes and grabs a superstar. And it's like now you got to go against those odds. And it's hard odds to have to beat. Like I said, it was up to me this year. I still think Philly beats Brooklyn in a 7-game series because there's no matchup for Embiid. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like I would hope that Brooklyn loses. I'm getting tired of them. And they're unnatural. Their squad is so unnaturally built. It's like, we're playing 2K here. And I thought it was bad when LeBron went to Miami. Like, that's nothing compared to this. Like, it's pretty bad how this team is constructed. I really don't like seeing teams like that win. There's no emphasis on defense. Just outscore your opponent. Nah. It's disrespectful to the game. Gold Squad TV. Subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you miss the natural upbuild of rivalries over these super teams that are being built? Gold Squad TV.